They are not sure what they want, but they shall just want you there for now. God forbid. They are entitled. Jesus Christ. Narcissist. Toxic relationship. Run. Run, no. So hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hey girl, my name is Lucy. I always say to stay subscribed. We have a good time on this channel. Today's video is going to be 10 red flags in dating. Oh my god, I haven't done a dating video in a hot minute. Give you guys a little bit of what I've learned. So without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. This is mainly based on experience, and also feel free to let me know your opinions in the comment section below. Now, the first one on my list is too much too soon. I love you too quick. I want to marry you too quick. Spending too much time together too quick. Everything is quick. Love bombing. Oh my god, I made a video last year on love bombing and understanding love bombing, spotting it, how to deal with it. I'm going to link that video in the description box below so you understand what love bombing is. Too much too soon is a red flag. You can't meet me today without knowing my personality, knowing my life, knowing if we are even compatible. Next thing you want to marry me. Next thing you want me to be the mother of your kids. How? See, I understand that when you feel that spark with someone, sometimes you might not be thinking, but yeah, when something is healthy, you think, you know, like, I love you, but are you really the one for me? I love you, but are you good for me? Or are we good together? Or am I good for you? And by the way, it's too soon to even love somebody. You can't meet me right now and be in love with me in 3 weeks. I know it happens, but I question it. Things take time. And I know it's not supposed to take too long, but it's not supposed to be too soon. So if someone meets you today and they're already in love with you, they already want to do everything with you. Sharp. I don't like sharp things. My second one is someone who steps to you with no clear intention. So he wants to go with the flow. See, those people that talk about going with the flow, if you even sniff them from afar, just be running. Because if they don't have any intention now, my sister, they will not have intentions next year. I'm so sorry, my love. They think you might be a good fit. They think you might be a good partner. They are not sure what they want, but they shall just want you there for now. God forbid. That is number one sign that that guy is about to waste your time. Someone that steps to you with no clear intention, doesn't know what he wants, doesn't know what he's looking for, but he knows that you're a pretty girl and he would just like to have a pretty girl in his corner. God forbid. Don't waste your time by trying to figure out, because maybe you like him, you're trying to figure out, or help him to figure out what he wants. He's an adult, and if he did not want something at that initial stage when he moved to you, my sister, you are not Prophetess Jane that is going to help him figure his life out. He should go and figure it out and come back, and by the time he's back and you are still there, which most likely you might not be there, and even when he comes, you're not even be interested in him anymore. That's just how it works. So please don't be a fixer. If someone doesn't know what they want, let them go and figure themselves out and then come back to you when they know what they want. Third one, and this one I have buts with it, or I have, like, you know, a little bit of doubts with it, but I still feel like it's a red flag. If you meet someone and they're over 30, never been in love, never been in a relationship, but they have been with people, but they cannot call it a relationship, but they've been with multiple people, my sister, run. They are most likely emotionally unavailable. You've been with multiple people up until this point in your life, but you didn't have labels, so you have a problem with labels or titles, that everything you've been with was either a fling, situationship, you know, cookery business, sneaky link. See, you're over 30, you are still Why I said that I have buts or ifs is because sometimes people start this, you know, love and dating thing late. It doesn't matter if you're a girl or a guy, people actually start this late. So it's possible that, you know, they started late and they haven't found the rib of their rib or the bone of their bone. I be bone. It's possible, you know. So there's still room for, you know, explain to me the reason why you are 30, you never been in a relationship and never been in love before. There's still room for that, but ultimately, generally, at the final bus stop is it has to be like we move. Fourth one, you meet someone and their words don't match their actions. This one is very common. I take really serious. Simple things like, I will call you at 6 and you don't call me. And yes, I understand, it's life and people have things that they're doing, you're busy. A simple thing that you do is just text me and let me know that, oh, I know I called you, I said I was going to call you at 6, I wasn't able to make it, or I'm not able to make it, could we reschedule, or something like that. I understand that you get caught up as humans with so many things that you're doing, but when it's a consistent thing that you say A and do Z, I honestly don't want to judge people, but it's usually not a good sign. It's a red flag. If his words are just A and his actions are something completely different, yeah. And I don't care how simple it is. I don't care how simple the words not matching actions are. Like I said with the call, I don't care how simple it is. If that's what it is, then I don't need to be wasting my time on you, because honestly, I'll be wasting my time for a long time. Fifth one, you meet someone and they talk about themselves a little too much. That one is a problem, because it gives very much narcissist vibe. Why would you just be talking and talking about yourself all the time? That is someone that you really need to watch out for, because if it's always them, I want to do this, I did this, I went to this, there is no intention of knowing how you're doing, what you're like, what your day was like, or how your day was like, and things that have to do with you. They're not actively seeking. It's just them. Give me the attention, give me the this. You're going to be in a very lonely relationship if you get in a relationship with that person. And in as much as you might not want to hear this, but they would definitely control 100% of everything that goes on around that relationship. It's what they want that would happen. Where they want to go to is where you people will go. What they want to do is what you guys are going to do. That's how this type of relationships, form. So you want to avoid that from the beginning. If you go on a first date with someone and they're talking about themselves a little too much, even when you didn't ask, just know that there should be no second dates. I'm so sorry. No second dates. Sixth one, I always watch how people, especially men, treat other people around them. Especially the first few times I'm meeting the person. How are you speaking to that waiter? How are you speaking to people that are rendering us service? How are you with your friends? If they disrespect people, especially people that are rendering us service, just know that yours is just sitting by the corner waiting to happen very soon. In fact, prepare yourself for it. They are naturally disrespectful people. Like people that are kind. You take everything away from them, you just see how nice and kind. They're not treating you nice because they like you or they want to date you. They are just naturally nice people. I like those type of people. Seventh one, if he's the kind of person that likes to take charge, he makes every decision that has to do with both of you. He never asks for your opinion. Like I said earlier, narcissist vibe. You're going to a restaurant, he doesn't even ask your opinion. What do you feel like doing? He doesn't ask questions. He just plans and makes decisions for both of you. That's a red flag. That's a huge red flag. There is no indication that he wants a partner. He probably just wants someone there for a specific reason. Probably something that he's looking for. He thinks you can provide it. That's why you're there. Narcissist vibe, and you don't want that kind of person in your life. Eighth one, hot and cold. The disappearing tactic. Someone who is manipulative would most likely be hot and cold, would always blow hot and cold. Hot enough where it's like they keep you interested, cold, they pull away to shake you up a little bit. Then when they see that, okay, you might be slipping away, hot again. Manipulative people, emotionally manipulative people, people that disappear time after time. Like they just ghost for a few months or a few weeks or a few days and then come back and act like nothing happened. Those people you should run away from. They have no emotional intelligence. They have no emotional control. In fact, they're emotionally unavailable completely. Stay away from them, because you would time after time get hurt. Your emotions will be going up and down. Like 1 minute you'll be asking yourself, do they really like me? You would always question how they truly feel about you because of this act of them, disappearing, coming back and telling you everything that you want to hear, then disappearing again when they see that you are interested and on lock. Stay away. Emotional manipulation is the beginning of a very toxic relationship, and you don't want that. My last one is when someone responds poorly to you taking away time from them. So kind of you saying no, or you not wanting to do something or spend time with them. It could be that you're genuinely busy, or you just need your alone time or your space at that time, and they respond poorly to that. So they are angry, they are entitled. Jesus Christ. Narcissist. Toxic relationship. Run. Run, no. Run. Like so many things you can clock from your first or second interaction with someone. The little things build up to the big things. So all these things might seem little, but they build up to the bigger picture for when you're in a relationship. Toxic relationship actually start from somewhere. Start from these small things that you overlook. Do not overlook things, because overlooking things means you're preparing yourself, agreeing to get into something, as dangerous as a toxic relationship, or even worse. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Why do you agree with me? Why don't you agree with me? Follow me on Instagram if you're not following me. Also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.